Oh, this. I thought you guys would have put it here. Uh, okay, let's fix this, or at least reduce it. Let's put a couple requester chests here. Okay. You know what I wish they would do is that whenever I drop an order, if I'm closest to that order, it uses stuff out of my inventory rather than having the bots do it. I don't know which logic it uses to do that. 40,000 years. I should just crank this up. Now, we could have used a formal injector here, but I felt it wasn't really worth it. Alright, that should bring all the stone back from out of here. Don't want you guys putting the stone there. Put it over here. And that's gonna pretty much fill up these belts or come close to it. And we're using all of our logistics bots. Alright, let's grab this here, please. I want to grab this. As well. Oh, I think we need to do a pull-up challenge though, guys. Okay, we'll let that build. It's time for a...
We are here to pop you up.
All right. I think I just had a really good workout on the weekend. I'm gonna do 8. Maybe next time tomorrow we'll try and do our normal 10. And then maybe we'll try for a record pull-up challenge. Maybe I need to add that as a redeem too. Try to beat my formal record, which is currently still 11. I haven't beaten 11 yet. Anyway, let's do 8. shoulders, man. The arms. Not a bad feeling though. Just slightly stiff muscles.
We are here to pump you up.
You have been pumped up. Oh, I don't need to be at that location anymore to do work. Okay, let's get some power over there. And let's get our landfill. We'll put it up here, away from the tracks we're going to eventually want. Oh, shoot. Oh, man. All right. Well, here. Let's just do it this way. That's fine. Put that backwards. Sometimes I make a mistake or two. Oh, wait a minute. No, this is going the right way. That's like a double mistake. Mistake that I didn't actually make was not a mistake. Why did I think that was going the other way? Okay, beautiful. There's 35,000 in storage. Bastards change it by hand. So we don't have enough logistics bots. We should be getting more made. Yeah, they're making more. The hub's making more bots. So here's an interesting problem. I think we have, you see they're all waiting to get charged. I gotta be careful I don't overmake the bots. Once they kind of spread out, then it's not so bad. Actually, these ones could stay at Mark 3s. I gotta keep remembering that, because these are the efficiency ones. Okay. Oh man. I have to change this in the base blueprint as well. Delivery. This is what I so like about having mature, battle-tested blueprints. Like little mistakes like this. Oh, see, this is wrong. That could have been a serious error, that one. Okay, let's go back here. Gotta change that in the base blueprint here. It takes quite a long time to get blueprints kind of really correct, like ultimately correct. It's like you can get 90% of the way and then you spend the rest of your time tweaking little stupid things like this. So that's that pickup. And we've got, oh, see, I already made another mistake. It's not pickup, it's delivery. That's a pickup. This is delivery. Smelting, iron. So it's kind of like for that reason, I often find myself, well, after you get lazy after a while, you get 90% of the way, so, oh, that's good enough. That's good enough. Okay, that should be better. Now let's go back to here. Oh, I did mark that properly. Yes. Core delivery and pickup for iron, which we do not have any orders or trains to deliver iron yet. Oh, see, this is wrong. Dang it. Okay, let me just double check something here. Trains. I changed this, right? I did, so that's no longer in there. Let's make sure the same for the deliveries. Train deliveries. Okay, those are fine. Okay, good. Oh, I can't modify that from here? I guess not. Some things you can't modify from afar. Run, Tholen, run! Right, I think we've used up most of our stone. Oh, there's still a whole bunch of stone. What am I talking about? Look at all the stone in here. Power. I'm missing power up here. Okay, take all that stone out. Don't want it there. Alright, we have another pickup. Now, I'm hoping this train can handle both. Let's see if it can. Should be a pretty speedy train now. I should change this here too, eh? This is the older style train stop limiter. think it's summoning the train a little bit sooner. I think that was by design, because I wanted there to be a little bit of travel time buffer. So I sent the train a little bit early, which we could add back, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Okay, this is a pickup, so trains, pickup, materials, limiter. Yeah, there we go. See, he's going now to the other one. Excellent. Now here, we need to put a limiter on this one. Otherwise, this train is going to be, he's going to try to deliver here again, even when this guy's full. So we need a delivery limiter. But this guy should be open for deliveries. He has got both lights on. This one's just manually set to 5. Let's set this to 0. Trains. Why can't I find trains? Trains, deliveries, materials, belts. Limiter. There we go. Oh. That doesn't look right. Oh, yeah. Well, this still has room for 3. Yeah, we could shrink this. Oh, so first of all, we need to do this. So 320 times 2, let's do 320 times 2 is 640. Oops. So now this should never go over 2 for deliveries. Do-do-do-do-do. Oh, it's not even accepting. Okay, that's good. 640. So the most it could possibly accept now is 2. Because one train contains 320 slots, so 2 trains are 640 slots. So this could possibly summon 2 if there's more than 640 slots filled up here. should accept some. I set it to 960 now. That's 3 trains worth. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. There we go. We are getting iron. Now, what do we do with this extra iron? Well, we can make more steel. Steel is like, it's, oh my gosh, so is, we need a little bit of everything, really. Wee bit of everything, I'd say. Okay, how is this going over here? Pretty good, I'd say. So why is this not? Oh, it's full. Output is full. So we're not short on the low density parts anymore. Output full. So it's now the military science we're short of. And that's because of the brick, and we don't have brick because we're probably getting low on stone, which is not, I guess, a big surprise. So that's probably going to be our next big task here. We'll need to take that, we'll have to have like an input thing here. Yeah, look at this. Look at all this piddly stone coming through here now. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta take a quick bio break. because they're still delivering stone. Yeah, we ended up getting a lot of stone here in storage, so we're still making more logistic spots to deliver all the stone back. Okay. Thought I did this. I think that's why. Or maybe not. Okay, what next? We should have, this guy is going to be now waiting to deliver. Or pick up, I should say. And, oh, shit, what happened here? Oh, what's going on here? Uh-oh. This is not good. Our new station is not working. Oh, crud. What's going on? Crud. Do we have not a wire hooked up somewhere, maybe? It sort of looks that way. That's why. Okay, that guy has left. He's on his way. These trains are pretty quick now. Woo! That should be a quick fill. Off he goes. Oh, 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 what? What's this? Oh, something's still not configured there, right? Oh yeah, sure. Actually, I would have sworn. I keep telling myself I need a command for that, but I think, forgetting to do that. Let me just get that for you, buddy. 1 second. It's not too much trouble. I do have a command. I just haven't advertised it yet. See if this works. There we go. Yeah, that's right. Keep guessing. We'll get it eventually. I'll put it in my list here. I have anyway. Yeah, I have a few different commands there. Well, I gotta add it to it. I haven't updated everything in there yet. What I think I'm gonna do, Honker, is, well, I'll just upload my book The book that contains all my blueprints. It'll be easier that way. Some of the things I've been trying to do it like as you watch my streams, you can kind of follow along. Was the intent. But that's a lot of work, and it's a little bit difficult to keep the blueprints synced up with the streams. So I'll probably just upload them all. Okay, sorry, there was something wrong with this guy still. What the heck? He's oh god, hold on. Pick up. What's going on here? Oh my gosh. I'm making some boo-boos here. Okay, delivery, and then pick up empty cargo, pick up till full cargo. Okay, I think that's a problem in the. Let me check again. See all the kind of pain you gotta go through just to make sure all the settings are right on these darn things. Pickups, materials, limiter. I think the name of this thing is wrong. Yes. Ah! I need to just set this to nothing. I've learned this lesson before. I'm just gonna put the name nothing. Okay, and then trains. Oh! It shouldn't, so that link may have gotten stale. Sorry, buddy. My apologies. Try that one. Let me actually change the root command as well. Yes, so you'll see there's I've cataloged all 4 of my episodes so far. This is episode, I guess, number 5. And the idea was to store all the blueprints as I discover them, or as I introduce them. Here, let me actually I'm going to put a blueprint to everything here, just so you have access to it. So let me grab all of this. Now this will be a big one. Even exporting this to string is going to be it's taking a long time. So I'm not sure how big this is going to be. I guess that's the other thing. Oh wow, it is taking a while. Hopefully it doesn't crash the game or something crazy. There we go. Copy. Paste. Take a little while to paste. Wow. Takes a while to even paste. Right. Yeah. It must have, every time maybe I make a change, I don't know, it shouldn't change the folder. I don't know why there would have been 2. My bad. Hopefully they'll paste eventually. Okay, did I actually change the name here? Let's double check this. Trains, pickups. Yes. Okay, save that one. Let me just check the delivery one. Trains, deliveries, materials. Okay, that one's still random. All right, good. You should find most of. If you want anything in particular, Honker, just let me know and I'll try and get it to you. You bet you Google Drive places some restricted access flag by default on any new folders. Yeah, maybe something like that. Anytime I make a change somewhere, maybe it changes that. I don't know. We'll have to experiment with it and hopefully it stays consistent throughout my playthrough here. Once we got it all figured out. All right, now we're transporting some iron. So this guy's gonna come back here. Aha, he's emptying. Ha, he's emptying over there. That's fine. This needs to fill up. So let's add another train till this gets filled over here. Something still seems wrong over there. It shouldn't say 3. Bum, 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 bum. But it looks like this one train probably can't keep up with all the demand now. He's going to go back here again. $640. Whoa. $640 goes there. Something's wrong here. Okay, hold on. I think I know what's wrong. I think. Haggis! How's it going, buddy? Back to the grind. Thanks for being first. What are you referring to there, Hunker, specifically? Oh, train on load. Yeah, yeah. Um, I'm swapping them over to my new design, and I got some bugs in the system here still. Swapping things over, you got to be careful because you have some of the old mixed with the new, and that can mess things up. So something's wrong here. Why is this? It's like this is not hooked up. Okay, hold on. This should be train delivery. So Why? It's like forever requesting new materials. Get out of here, train. I'm gonna set that to 0. I don't want you back here for a little bit, please. Okay, delivery. So trains, deliveries, materials, train stop limiter. Let's make sure I got this right. Something's still wrong here. Oh. Okay, let's go back to the drawing board. Go in our sandbox here. Trains, deliveries, materials, train stop limiter. This belt here is the wrong color. Or not belt, this wire. See? See? Always bugs. Always creating bugs. So this wire... Oops. No, that's correct. That's coming from here. And then that goes to here. Oh, that's right. That's fine. Okay, so what's going wrong with this? What's going wrong with this? Trains, deliveries. Oh, well, first of all, that needs to be set. $960. Oh, this is a problem here. Okay, I kind of know what the problem is. Okay. This is why I have a left and a right side loader. This is a right side loader. Or a left side loader, that's a right side loader. Okay, let's make a, we gotta put this on the other side. So let's get some track. Choo-choo track! So all of the circuitry need to go over here. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much the way it works. Nice. Yeah, they're not. A lot of them, I think, are pretty reliable, Honker. I mean, that being said, obviously, depending on how you use them, I don't have maybe like a great description for a lot of them. But they're fairly well proven, except for these ones here that I'm working on, obviously. These ones need a bit of work still. But that's part of the journey here. Oh, I hate that flashing. Okay, let's go back here. Trains. Trains, deliveries, materials, belt. Here we go. So that includes like that. So that should work. I think that's all we need to do. Oh no, we need a connecting wire from here to there to actually communicate the L value. And that should be good. Okay, so train stop, deliveries. We just need to we need to make a new one. Okay, so I usually put a D here to denote deliveries, an actual train here to denote it's a train delivery, and we'll put an L here for limiter, train stop delivery limiter, so that's what the L stands for. And this is going to be I'm going to put two L's. I mean it's the left side, and this one's going to be an R on it to mean it's on the right side. Something like that. You still miss the possibility of a nuclear plant blueprint loaded from a random person on the internet makes reactor overheat and explode, destroying a whole reactor group and solid chunk of base. Oh well. Take it as it comes, I guess. Back in the olden days, we had these blueprints would blow everything up. But today, no, you guys actually have stable blueprints and things don't blow up anymore. Lucky you. Let's try this again. Okay, so trains, deliveries, materials, right side. Oh, let's change the name of this. There. So this is a left side straight train stop limiter. So let's just grab it, plop it. Oh shoot, now we're missing power. That's part of the parent blueprint, that's fine. Okay, there we go. Now it's not summoning anything. Although that doesn't mean anything yet. There we go. Because since this is nearly full, we didn't have, okay, we shouldn't be summoning anymore. Okay, good. Yeah, the wiring was screwed up here. It wasn't communicating to the to here. So now we should have, there we go. We have over 1,000 slots full of material. And that's more than enough. We don't need to deliver any more because we haven't picked any up. at all yet. So this guy is now waiting to deliver. Hello? What did I mess up now? Somehow I messed this up. See it? Oh yes, because we put down the new train stop thing. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we have core ore, iron ore delivery. Trains. Not you. Iron ore delivery, go. And then full cargo, wait until empty cargo. Thank you. You should be inbound. Where is he? Here he is. Come on, buddy. You can do it. You can do it. Drive around. Woo wee. Our whole empire just came to a halt waiting for you to deliver your wares. Cool, and now it's only accepting one more train delivery. So once that goes back, he'll be filled up. Okay, wow, that would have brought everything to a grinding halt because we would have been out of, well, everything. Iron is pretty much needed for everything. Okay, let's make sure this guy's still working. See, this guy's wrong. No. Okay, every time I do this, I need to check the base blueprints. See, here's where you can run into trouble. If you have a base material programmed into a blueprint that's meant to be generic, like it's meant to be able to haul any material, and you mistakenly put a real material in there, then you can get mix-matched materials. So you could deliver, say, stone to an iron smelting facility or something, and that is a freaking pain in the butt to try and fix. I'm sure a few of you may have experienced that before. So I'm gonna try and make sure I don't do that here. So train stations, single city block, no pass-through. We have a pickup station of iron. And we want to make the station does not have anything configured. See? I messed up. It's like I can't put a random. I'll just put nothing. I'm just going to type nothing. Evil. Evil, evil. And that already has nothing. Okay. So not... Bad Tholen. Bad Tholen. Bad Tholen. See all the things I've learned over the years doing this stupid stuff. Driving me crazy. Train station, city block. No pass-through. And so we've got to be very careful next time we do this. It's a good thing I kind of discovered this before we got into some real trouble. How about these ones? Did I mess these ones up too? Hopefully not. Hopefully. Hopefully. Oh, I did. Oh no, this one's supposed to be. That's supposed to be. This one's supposed to be. Sorry, this one's supposed to be not nothing. But yeah, you want it to be nothing until you don't. So this is a specific station. Oh shoot, therefore we have to change this. there. And here. Okay. So copper. I see you, copper. Make sure I get this right. This is the copper station, right? I'm not imagining things. This is the copper station. This is the copper station. It always pays to double check. Okay, copper, save. Let's go back here. This is iron. Okay, those are both set properly. And this one. Fa-boom! Okay. Wow. Hopefully now. Now the funny thing is, well, we are going to need these stations a fair bit until we get into the end game mining. So I can't really complain. It's worthwhile putting the effort into this. Okay, and now this guy has nowhere to go, because all death. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. What you'll only deliver to one of these two stations now, if either of them are full, or have a place to deliver something. So once we start smelting this iron, this guy will free up. And what's going on here? What? What's going on here? Just wondering how come I'm not getting more modules. Look at all the stuff we have. Failed import string. Oh, padding. Solar city block with the. I meant to ask. Roundabout high capacity has so much rail signals next to each other. Seems that would do nothing. Why is it? What for? Okay, I don't use that one so much anymore. But the reason for that, it got a little hairy. Okay, hold on. I want to failed import string invalid. Why? What the hell? Invalid 64 padding. Solar city block with logistics. Huh, that one's going to be too big. So that one is what, day 2? Oh yeah, I can't do it either. Solar city block with logistics. Which one is that one meant to be here? That's the big boy. That's this guy. This is the one we want. This is an important one. Export to string. Copy. We'll get this sorted, man. I don't know why sometimes the paste seems to fail. Okay. Save to drive. Try it again. That's solar one. That's an important one. I want to make sure that one works. I mean, that blueprint is a little bit bigger, so I don't know if Google Drive has trouble with some of the bigger documents. What's... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I shouldn't have done... Here's where... That was kind of dumb. Here, let's just upgrade the ones that need to be upgraded. Some of these need to be blue. So we haven't been building modules for a little while. Did it work, Honker? Can you actually get that one this time? Oh, good. Thanks so much. Appreciate you trying that. Yeah, just let me know if I'm not online and you're trying it, you know, trying some of my blueprints. Just hop on my Discord. I think I have a spot for like stream feedback. Just let me know if you have trouble with it. I do want to try and make sure those blueprints that are listed there, if anyone does come along and tries them out, that it works for them. It's pretty important. Pretty important. Okay, these are working again. Of course, now we're kind of behind on our creation of these darn things. So we'll have to wait for that to catch up. Okay, you were asking though. So let's go here in my just sandbox mode, and we'll just hop into our trains. Generic track, these roundabout design. So this high capacity one, yes, this one has a lot of things. So what I would suggest you do, Honker, I'm not going to do that here. It takes a fair amount of setup. What I did to test this guy, I put, well, actually might not be that hard to do since we got all the blueprints here. Let's put a station. Put a template station. Oh gosh, this too close to existing rail. This even has some of my old, I have a slightly older, a different way. I did it a slightly different way. I think it should still work. But what I did to test this, I put a train in each of these on all four sides, and I had all of them try and enter this thing at the same time. So sometimes some of them went on the inner track, and sometimes they went on the outer track. This was done here so that it could inch through. So you eventually wanted it to go here. Did I have to? Yeah. I don't know why I exactly had to do this now. See, look, I even have a signal on here. Why do I have a signal on here? You could tell I put a lot of effort into this. If you didn't do this, you had the possibility of deadlock is the short answer. But why you ended up getting that deadlock, I couldn't tell you without actually running the test again. They would all come in at the same time and they would block each other. Unless you did this, then they would kind of inch forward, one would move, the next would move, one would move, the next would move, until it cleared this area here and the guy could exit the roundabout. It was something like that. It was kind of weird. But anyway, as I said, I don't use it anymore. It was too complicated. I seemed to have gotten it working. But it was just, even if it did work, and they would just move really, really slowly through it anyway. So it kind of defeated the purposes of it being high capacity. Yeah, the Tholen of old is that's right. So yeah, I should probably take this one out of my books now. In fact, let's even do that right now. I hate taking it out because I put so much work in it, but I've been storing some of these old things in a, whoops, not belts. I want trains, track, the roundabout designs. I take these out. We go over here. I got these old blueprints. I just throw look all the old stuff I have. So I've done this many times. Trust me, I've done this many times. Things I played with, but I didn't have the heart to delete yet. So yeah. But this is my solid one. These are the ones that I try and keep relatively battle tested, as it were. So yeah, I'm just gonna delete this. I don't want to see this anymore. It's no good. It's bad. High capacity train roundabout is now out of our minds. It was a semi-failed experiment. It was almost successful. Cursed Designs book. It said they drove their creators and users mad. It's right. It did. Well, one of the reasons why I don't need that anymore is because of my overall strategy. So I never have a 4x4 intersection that has a cross. Like, I only have a T-junction now. So the way I do it is like this. So the way this is going to continue on. So we go trains, generic track. It's going to have a T-junction right here, like this. And then this guy, well, similar idea. 1, 2, 3. This is going to be right in the middle of it. So this guy's then going to go 1, 2, 3. It's kind of nice. I could lay these out beforehand because I know what the pattern's going to be. And then that'll eventually meet up with this one here. This is going to move like this. So we have a 3x11 city grid. And you could build quite a bit of shit in that kind of size, right? You could put a lot of factories in there. So anytime I want to build a factory, I go to my blueprints, I grab the trains, I put a T-junction in there, like this. And this goes into a factory section, right? So we could just leave that. So trains can get from anywhere to anywhere, but there's never a 4x4 intersection. It's only a T intersection. This is similar to what SimCity and like players come to in road designs. Four-way crossing is bad. Traffic hates intersections. Yes, less intersections is good. Yeah, so instead of having to design a high-capacity roundabout, I said, well, why can't I just find a better solution that doesn't require a high-capacity roundabout? And this worked much, much better. Better on my brain. And I think it works overall in terms of train flow, too. So eventually we'll go through here. We got to go through this, unfortunately. Oops. We'll have to clean this up at some point. Suppose we can even do that now. Why not just do it now instead of having some garbage lying here? So this looks really well, except for, of course, some things can't be moved, like ore patches. At least not without cheating. There. That just gets us around that. And then some modder done jumping trains mod? What? Is that true? A jumping trains mod? Like you can actually go over trains? Like over intersections? Oh my gosh. Yeah, that kind of mod I wouldn't want to use. That to me would be a little bit too much cheating. I can only go so far. So anyway, this gives us a good framework to work with. Okay, where were we here? Let's design. I think I'm going to have to get rid of this because I need to design these T-junctions with solar panels on them. Like how I did with these straights. This is actually quite nice. I really like this. But if we do that with a T-junction, I think they'll be a little more versatile. Yeah, I saw videos of it. Launch train station, land train station some distance away, and it launches trains. Oh my god, if you made it right, they even land on receiving track unharmed. Wow. I've been playing Shapers 2, Shapes 2. And it has trains that you can set up to jump over other tracks. Really? Oh, that sounds interesting. Sounds a little... They must be pretty futuristic trains to be able to do that, I guess. Why are these guys blinking? Oh, because they're trying to... Yeah. They're trying to place all these tiles that I don't have. Well, we're going just about as fast as we can without having some more input here. Yeah, these red circuits are going as fast as they can. Yeah, they're going to take a while for them to catch up after we fortunately turn this off. At least this is going again. I've heard a few people say that I would probably like Shapes. I've seen other guys play it. I've been tempted to try it out. I'm not going to lie. But I've kind of stayed away from it. For the simple reason I don't really want to get involved in another game. You know, I kind of had a detour with Sins of Solar Empire, which actually was a really good detour. That turned out really well for that week. So maybe I should consider something like that. I'm going to make another destruction planner. And we're going to make this one for solar grids. So this and this. I suppose that's all I should do. Oh, not that. This. There we go. If I try to do too much in it, I'll get rid of too much. So we can get rid of this now because we have oodles of power from our nuclear. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I mean, I have, I already have, you know, KSP as kind of my background game as well. It might be a good idea to have two. So I might try it. I might try that as well. So tomorrow I think I will do a KSP. I didn't do any KSP last week, but I got to get back to that playthrough too. We'll take just a day break from some Factorial. We're making some really good progress here, so. All right, so let's put another train junction here. And then we're going to build something a little bit manual. We'll do a slightly manual thing. So a train station. Let's put just down the generic station. Like this. And we'll we'll walk over there. Now I do have a blueprint that does kind of everything here, but I don't want to use it because I think that's going to be overkill. No time limits, no resource management, not penalized for deleting, built-in copy and paste for ramping up production. By the way, minefield, such a deceiving blueprint name. Yeah, I guess it might be a little deceiving. Yeah, it doesn't blow things up, Honker. Don't get excited. Calm down, boy. Relax. Relax. I know you want to blow things up, but no. That's just an ordinary ore minefield. Okay, let's shrink this so we don't need so much so much stacking here. We'll just keep maybe 2 stackers. So that'll be one change we'll make to this. And then really all we want to do is let's just start unloading that is the closest I can make it. Oh, I don't think I can do it. Can I do that? No, I can't do that. And we can't exit from here? Oh, I don't think we can. Oh, we can. Oh, that misses the signal though. So if I really want to do that, I think I'd have to move it over a little more. Something like this, maybe? Yeah, that's just awkward. Huh. Alright, we'll just keep it straight on. I was kind of seeing if I can make this a little more. I have spent a lot of time designing this to be very, very compact, but I don't think it needs to be that compact. Okay, so if we were to build a station kind of from scratch, you start off with this template, modify it to your desires. Then you drop in one of the limiters. So you go into your train pickups. In this case, wait a minute. This is going to be a delivery. So we want a material delivery. And we have to decide whether this is going to be a left or a right hand side pickup. Um, doesn't matter too much. We're going to make this a right side, actually a left side. Yes, a left side. Okay, plop the guy down like so. Make sure we have access to power. Oh, this guy. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Gotta get rid of these things. There's not enough. Okay, let's put that in the deconstruction planner. Oh, is this gonna work? Here, let's go. We might have to go to the blueprint again. Dang. Trains, deliveries. Yeah, we got to go to the one on the left side. Trains, deliveries, materials. And this guy needs... Guess he doesn't really need. I was thinking he could use electric pole further up to the top. I'm not going to worry about that. I think that's fine, because we could just add another one here as needed. In fact, see, we can go far enough. There we go. That'll work. Atomic bomb finished. Everything else is white science now, guys. We win. We win the game. Okay, make sure we configure our limiter. Okay, that's the important step. And we're going to deliver here iron. Just the smelted iron. So we go here, select that, and how many slots? How much iron can be contained in one slot? Well, that's 100. So we got to change that to 100, not 1,000. And we're configured. If we want to adjust this even further, we could change this. We don't want to change that number. You'd change this number if you weren't using 8 cargo trains. If you went down to 4, if your playthrough is using 4, you change this to be half the value, so 100, 200, whatever, 160. But we have 8 trains, so that's what we're doing. This just tells us how many trains can be inbound. I don't need to have 3 trains inbound. I only need to have 2 trains possibly inbound for this. So we're going to decrease to 640. So that number is a multiple of 320, because there are, for those of you who may be wondering where those numbers are coming from, if you look at a train wagon, this has 40 slots in it. And if you have 8 trains, 8 times 40 is 320. So every train has 320 slots in it. So that's where this number comes from. This 320 number. So we look at the A means the number of available slots to us, divide it by 320, and that's how many trains you'll have available coming to this station. Pretty simple, I suppose. Pretty simple. Okay, so once we have that set up, we need now our unloaders. So you go to your trains again. We're doing a delivery system. So we're going to belt deliveries, and we have a single wagon. Now, if you want, I do have others. We might as well look at those real quick. Belt deliveries, we have just a single wagon. That's the simplest form. But I also have these more complicated ones that I've already kind of built it in. So that's when we want to put everything into 4 belts. Here's when we go directly to 8 belts for the right side. And for the left side, we have something similar. Okay. But for the purposes, I guess, of the stream, we're just going to go right down to basics. We just plug in a single wagon. There we go. So this contains all the wiring. It connects to all the boxes here to let us know how much is in each box. Okay, and actually this might turn on unexpectedly, so let's actually kind of turn this off for the time being. I don't want anything incoming. Oh, shoot, we already have... Oh, we haven't set the type yet, so we're good. We'll have to set that for this to work. Alright, so then we pretty much have to get the material out of the boxes. So for that, we're going to go to our belts. We're going to need a balancer. This 8-belt balancer I use a lot, so I have that pretty readily available. So we have to put it like here. And this works out fairly nice. You can see why eventually you'd want blueprints for this, because this does get tedious to make over and over again. But for now, we can just walk through it all to make sure we understand what it does. For my viewers as well. I actually find it's better to build things in map mode half the time. You don't have to worry about moving your avatar. And vavoom! We're like off to the races. So what we can do, we're going to plug this in. Don't I have more of these? I figured it already existed. Where'd I put it? Not in logistics network. What do you mean? Oh. Har har har. So all copper loading stations share the name, a limited amount of trains that can get them according to ore in chests, and whenever you add new ore or mine ore loader to the network, existing train stock just picks it up. Yes, exactly. So if you look at the if you look at this guy here, all these names are the same. Every oil delivery has the same name, and the trains just know where to go. So you don't have to change. Once you've got those names established, you don't have to change it. So you could see for the oops, I don't want this. For the iron, we already have this guy is going to 3 different locations now. So he can pick up from here, or he can pick up from down here. So you have 2 ore pickups. They have the same name. I just put the symbol there for ore. I think it's a little more readable. So ore pickup, and we have 2 ore deliveries, one here and one here, and we have 1 train servicing all of it. And this guy needs to change his name to ore delivery. Yeah, so it's pretty powerful. I think when Satisfactory first released this naming convention for the stations wasn't there. Yeah, and once you got this set up, it kind of things just start working in a well. It's automated. It's an automation game, so it works actually pretty well. And this guy doesn't need any deliveries. You see, there's no lights. All the lights are off up here, so this guy's full, and he's going to remain full until we start pulling out some of this iron, which is kind of what we're doing now. We're having a place for this iron to go. Let's actually increase this, put up to 100. And there we go. This should give us a delivery for iron. Let's just plug this in before we actually give this guy its proper name. I'm hoping this all works. The game's not going to make a liar out of me. So if I've done my job, where is it? We should just be able to plug this in. Let's get rid of this. More and more like an RTS, build from the ground up in smaller elements. Yeah, delivery also limits incoming trains, yes. I guess their middle station on all trains schedule, which is just depot. Can you try that again, Honker? I'm not sure I understand what you're getting at there. Okay, this guy is just about done up here. He's like got a trickle of stone coming in. We're gonna have to fix that sooner than later. We don't need this belt anymore. This is pretty much obsolete. But yeah, we do restrict both deliveries and pickups. Sorry, which one? There's a bit of delay there, I'm not sure. Which one, which station were you referring to here? The oil? Or the ore? So most of your trains are going to have this pattern, right? I don't. Pretty much these are the holding area. This is the holding area. I built anytime a train. So this is what's really neat about the system, Honker. I think this is actually pretty important. A train will never leave its station unless it has somewhere safe to park. Okay? So a train will only come into this area here as long as there's room for it to enter somewhere within this city block. So either it'll enter in here to pick up the ore, or it'll enter in here to wait in one of these 4 holding lanes to pick up the ore. It'll never wait out here. It'll never leave a station. So the design I have here, that problem I think is pretty much impossible to encounter. I haven't encountered it. And I do have a train launcher, and the train launcher won't launch the train unless there's a station it can actually travel to. So I think it's pretty robust. It shouldn't have any deadlocks. There might be some deadlocks at, say, an intersection here. I think I fixed this. See, I have rail signals here now, and not just rail chain signals instead of just the normal signals. That's to ensure that a train's not going to enter this loop here unless it can safely, fully travel through it and get out. So a train should never clog the actual intersection, because that's when you have deadlock scenarios. Yep. Oh, and it kind of fell into place, to be honest. Like when I started going with the city block model, it just made sense. Like I have a city block, give it a purpose. Well, the purpose of this city block is to hold trains. And every factory basically, especially when they start becoming big factories, where they can actually have 3 or 4 or 5 incoming trains at a time, you need a place for them to park. Otherwise, you're going to get clogs. And you'll see that coming into fruition as this playthrough, you know, gets more and more mature. As we go into second, third, and fourth, and fifth week of this, it gets pretty. It comes in handy. It certainly comes in handy. All right, so let's finish this off here. We got to feed it now. We have more iron, so we got to get rid of these here. That's now. Oh gosh, look at this trickle. Oh my god, I gotta fix this. We're running out of things, guys. Okay, hold on. This needs to stay. Should probably move my guy here. Might have to do some manual effort, manual interventions. Just in case. Okay, this is now obsolete. This was coming from the starter base, which is pretty much defunct. This was also coming from there. That's pretty much defunct. This is now gone as well. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to pretty much plug in some of this new iron, this magical, glorious stuff that we're just getting. I'm just going to hop over this. So I have blueprints also to make this a little easier, but those will come into play when we get to some of the fairly, really big stuff. But I kind of wanted to walk through some of the building blocks of the blueprints. They're meant very much to be layered, right? You build one thing, like you build the base track, then you build the limiter, then you build the loaders, right? Then you build the. I've even gone, like I rarely now drop down any of the signals. I mean, really, we could even go a step back and we could build the generic track, and that in itself takes a lot of time. Like to build this station here, even the generic track for this is making sure you've got all the signals correct. And in fact, that one looks like he's wrong for some reason, which is now bugging me. That's like obsolete. We don't need that guy there. That's erroneous. It's not doing anything. To make sure you have the right length, like you got to make sure you can fit, like this has to be the right length to fit in eight cargo wagons and an engine on the front and the back. So depending on what your design is, you would modify any of this to suit your needs. The nice thing about a city block is that it fits a train with 8 cargo wagons fairly nicely. Without, there's a little bit of room to spare, but not much, so you're not wasting a lot of space. So that's usually why I go with the two the 2-8 rule. So 2 engines and 8 wagons. You could do 1-4. I've seen like 2-4. I've seen 1-2, like even just 2 wagons. I don't like going too small because your trips are not nearly as effective in terms of their their throughput. All right, so that should turn on that. We're going to need to also do this. Oh, fits in there perfect. It's like I designed it that way. Not. Oh, wait a minute. I messed this up, sort of. We want this guy. Foo, yucky foo. This near guy was supposed to go here to the lower one. This one like this. And we'll put these ones down. I think we could start affording this. Like that. Maybe this is how microservice architecture in programming works, as grid blocks instead of a main bus and bus instead. Well, I think yeah, I agree with the analogy. It's like you ever heard of the term software as a service? So you just build a little block of software. It does one thing, and you intentionally design it so it doesn't care what any other software does. It just has very well-defined inputs, very well-defined outputs, and that allows you to interlock things in ways you normally couldn't. There are pros and cons to that kind of design, right? Like for a speed runner, you probably don't want to do that because you want everything to be as efficient as possible in terms of quickly building something from A to Z, right? But in terms of for me to be able to use my blueprints in as many possible scenarios as possible, this works marvelously, and I love that. I love that aspect. So I can use this one design for this generic train station, for example, to pick up ore, to pick up steel, to pick up copper, to pick up, anything, to pick up green circuits, yellow circuits, or we don't have yellow circuits, but red circuits, blue circuits, etc., etc. All of that is just, it all becomes one simple pattern. And that to me is what I enjoy. I really like designing things in that fashion. And Factorio is pretty good at facilitating that, which is one of the reasons why I think it's such a great game. Something's wrong here. That has to go there. This has to go here. Yeah, that's better. All right, I think that'll finish building shortly. And then we could start doing this, maybe. Okay, let's turn this on and see what happens. Haha, is it gonna work? So now we want a new station. We have a pickup for iron. We're gonna say iron plates, delivery. Let's go to our trains. We already have a train limit of two. We can send 2 trains of this. That's good. And now we're going to need a new train. We need a new train. So instead of, I'm not going to introduce the launcher yet. We'll introduce the launcher maybe next episode. What do I want here? This. Let's go here. So we'll have to make the train manually. You ever wish this hold, drag, and press R to build line of belts that turns could work for several parallel belts too? I do, which is why, by the way, here, I'll show you real quick here in sandbox mode. I specifically made these blueprints right here. This line is specifically made to do exactly what you just said. You just go boop. And boop. There. So it makes it relatively painless. I mean, I had to go and make the blueprints to do this, but once I made this, what you just see me do, I could do it in like 10 seconds. Imagine trying to do that without those blueprints. Just this little thing here that I just made. It would take a while. So I'll be using those a lot in the end game. Because I have pretty much 8 belts. 8 belts is my standard width for everything. 8 belts to fill trains, 8 belts to take things off trains. That's a pretty standard blueprint for me. That book. All right, let's add another train. Yeah, that's so good. That I tell you, the guys who developed Factorio they've thought of so many good quality of life things. Like here, I'll show you this. I've got this main. I designed this main bus jump start. Let me go in sandbox mode. This is really cool. So I have a, here, let me get out. I'll just show you what I mean. It might be a little hard to explain. So you see my main bus here? Where is it? Right here? I think about this in layers. Like layer 1 is my smelting layer, or which would be right here. This is my smelting layer. It's my starter main bus blueprints. Layer 2 is basically um, my green circuits, and I got oil processing down below. My layer 3 is my science. You got the main bus portion, and then the hub. The hub appears here. And the last portion is pretty much your main bus, and this is some of the more advanced things like the solar panels. It's just a little more generic. It's harder to put a name on it. So I was like, oh man, that's very boilerplate, and it's something I think I could capture in a blueprint. So I did. And now when I place these at the start of a game now, I go to here, and I just take the top book. I go to layer 1, right? Layer 1, here is the copper smelting. Scroll down. I go to the bus, drop, and you put on done. I have my whole bus sorted out, at least started. So smelting feeds into the bus, which feeds into the bus this way. Copper feeds into the bus, then it goes out this way. I want a next layer. Oh, well, no problem. Let's go back to here. Let's go back to our jump start. Let's go to layer 2. Layer 2, oil refining. Here we go. This is the that portion, and you go here and here. And it all plugs together. So really, really powerful stuff. Really powerful stuff. The things you could do with blueprints and just attaching things together. The concept of city blocks combined with the power of blueprints and blueprint books really can piece your bases together in ways I don't think any other game can do. I think Factorio is still the king in that regard. It's just super cool. It just all kind of pieces together. And I've done this now a few times. I actually did that at the start of this blueprint, or this blueprint, at the start of this playthrough. If you want to check out how it kind of works, you could see the initial VODs. They should still be there. Anyway, that's why I fell in love with Factorio. You can do that stuff. And it takes a while to figure out those nuances. Like, I think there's a lot of guys, and this is not a criticism, by the way. It took me, many thousands of hours to figure this shit out. A lot of guys that, that don't know that. And the funny thing is, I think some people almost don't like it. I don't know, they like Factorio, but they don't like the fact that blueprints can make things almost too cookie cutter. You just plop things down everywhere and you're done. You don't have to worry about doing almost anything yourself. But to me, I think that's a huge plus. All right, let's build our train. Oh, and we don't have. That's the one thing. The nice thing about the blueprints is once you've got it all figured out, you usually can get rid of some of these little mistakes. I'm almost about to make a mistake here where I don't have my loader in the back. Okay, there we go. All right, man. Thanks for hanging out, Honker. Appreciate it. Appreciate it for sure. Okay, let's make sure that guy gets loaded before we... Okay, good. And let's give this guy... We're going to go to pickup of iron, please. And we're going to say wait till full cargo. And then we go iron delivery. And wait until empty cargo. Go. And he's not going. He's not going. Actually, why isn't he going? He should be going. Destination full. That's one problem. Why does it say destination full? So we have a problem over here. What's wrong with this guy? Oops. I just fired on my base. You'll see some artillery firing here. There they go. Hopefully it doesn't actually kill anything. Miss, miss, miss it all. Oh, good. Whew. Wrong button click. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, what's going on here? Why does it say I have no... Oh! There's lots to pick up. Okay, hold on. What's going on? Oh, I'm just missing a cable, I think. Ah, shoot. So train, pickups, single wagon. There we go. That's all we're missing. One little wire messes everything up. Here he comes. Choo choo. Choo choo. Yeah, let's see. We'll go for a little ride here. Hopefully it won't get run over. Come here, train. All aboard! The nice thing about this too, this system, is that the trains will stop for the shortest possible amount of time, because they don't leave until there's something to pick up or there's something to deliver, or some space for it to deliver to. Ah, I'm stuck. All right, come here, dude. Come back and save me. I feel so much safer in my Spidertron. I can't get run over. All right, so here we go. We're gonna fill up. Now our main bus has a lot more throughput, even though we're not really using it right now. So I can almost start moving into. I should probably get our rocket going. So this should work. This should just feed right into our existing system, which it does. Excellent. And this would have turned on. So now we got, and eventually this train will turn on once he gets empty enough, which he just did. And you see how he didn't stay there very long? That's pretty important. Okay, well, these are not full belts yet because we only have T2 modules here. Once we upgrade our Empire to T3, this would fully fill these belts. And there we go. Okay, so that's good. So if we wanted to, we could add another, probably 2 stations here maybe, at most. If we wanted to bring in external materials and just to repopulate our bus here. But we may not even need to do that. I might think about going right to our mega base structure, which doesn't even use the bus at all. So we could start using our trains. Maybe the first thing we'll make is our circuits. So we gotta need a external smelting area for copper, and then we could start adding more stuff to that. But we're going to need more room now. So we have some room here. We have room here. We've got to fill this in. We'll have to get rid of all these biters. They're a bit of a pain. We have a little more room here. But I think that's going to be a challenge next. Oh, speaking of which. Oh, look at all this landfill we've got. We've actually forgotten about our landfill, guys. What's up with that? Generic city blocks, landfill. Let's fill all this stuff in. Actually, the first place we should probably go is down here. I think that's what I said, right? And then we'll let's actually start pushing this back a little. I want this guy. And I think from here on in, we're going to have to start bringing in, converting this to stone. So we'll need stone smelting. I guess they're smelters, I guess. And we're going to feed that into here. And I think we're going to have to completely replace this guy. Because he's pretty much, oh, he's dead in the water, pretty much. Well, he's still got material, that's I guess because we're currently not researching anything. So we got to get our rocket launched, we got to get our white science going. Then we get into the infinite science and the real ramping up of the game here. Lots and lots and lots and lots of more and more and more and more. Everything more, everything lots. Factory must grow. Start filling in all these water spots. I could fill in this one, I think. So this is a little bit tricky. Because we don't want to create a bridge unless we have a laser wall to kind of fend them off. So we might have to bring our Spidertron to clear some of this out. Or, actually, what am I saying? What am I saying? That's like craziness. This is what we do. It's like, get out of my face, spiders. What are you doing around here? Only 2 artillery are in range. All right, so you can see how this is kind of shaping up, guys. Yay! Go, robots, go! So I think we should be okay now for landfill generation, more or less, I guess. Nice big chunk of water here as well, so no shortage of places to put up our nuclear power plants if we shall need them in the future. Probably should do a destruction planner here, get rid of some more trees. Trees and rocks, cliffs as well. Gotta get rid of Cliff. Cliff is a real pain in the ass. Poor Cliff, no one ever likes Cliff. Cliff and Will. No one likes Cliff and Will. We always fire at Will and we destroy cliffs around here. What's up with that? Poor guys. Alright, hopefully it doesn't take too long to fill in all that stuff. Oh, it's still not using all of our logistics bots. Oh, it's using most of our construction bots. Oh, I guess yeah, construction bots are used for this. That's fine. Ba-da-da. And I think we're pretty much out of bots now. It's funny, you can go for a whole while without, your bots are idle. You get busy doing something, you forget to give a whole bunch of orders. Doo-doo-doo. Excellent. All right, guys, it's almost 3:30 for me. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter stream today. Actually, it's almost 7 hours. That's pretty good. I'm going to be outlining it tomorrow. I think tomorrow is going to be a little bit of Kerbal Space Program, so I'll put that in the schedule. By all means, check out the blueprints, guys, that I've been uploading. You can get them from here. I think that link now works. You can follow along. I'm going to try and get my entire book up there, which contains all the blueprints, although that might be a little problematic because there's a lot of stuff in there. So let's go there in credits. And thanks so much for all the support. I really appreciate your time hanging out with me today. It's been a lot of fun. Big plans for hopefully the stream to hopefully improve it over time. So if you haven't yet, please give me a follow. It certainly helps me supporting the stream. A lot of grand ideas. Hopefully I could bring to the surface over time, but it's going to take a little bit of work. So appreciate you guys hanging out. Hope you enjoy the stream, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Let me find Iltzine. I haven't rated Iltzine in a while, so let's give Iltzine a good old-fashioned raid. Iltzine always plays these kind of, what are these games? They always have like a weird aesthetic, like a cartoony sort of aesthetic, which is fine, fun and cool. Excellent. All right, guys, take care. Have a great day, rest of your evening, and